Okay, so what we're going to be talking about today is how we solve rational equations. We have been working with rational expressions for like the past week, right? We've learned how to multiply them, divide them, add them, subtract them, and simplify them, okay? So now we're going to learn how to solve. Solve means at the end you're going to have either an x equals or a y equals or an m equals. You're going to have an actual number that it's equal to, okay? What's the difference between an expression and an equation? An equal sign, right. Which one has the equal sign? Equation. Great. Okay, so just a reminder, go ahead and find me that LCD. A quick reminder here. So least common denominator. Donut. Stands for donut. Okay. I like donuts. Okay, what we get? 15t squared. Remember, you always have to take the largest exponent, right? Good. We okay with that? All right, so the stuff that we have been learning isn't just going to go away. We're going to have to still use all that information, okay? So next page. Okay, so to solve some rational equations, you can multiply each side by the LCD, which we're generally not going to do. We're going to stick more with the other option. To solve others that are proportion, we use cross multiplication. Everybody knows how to cross multiply, right? You guys did it like 1,000,000 times last year, right? Okay, so we're going to be using that quite a bit. All right, so next page. Here's my first one. This is a rational equation. It's a rational part because you've got two fractions, right? And they have monomials and trinomials and binomials and polynomials, okay? Makes it that rational piece. It's an equation because of the equal sign. It's a proportion because it's one fraction set equal to one fraction. How do we deal with one fraction set equal to one fraction? What do we do with proportions? Yeah, we cross multiply. Okay, you got one fraction set equal to one fraction, and you are going to cross multiply. Okay, so let's try it out. So, how do I do it? Somebody walk me through it. No, that's if you're adding and subtracting. Remember, Control M to open the math box to start. Yep, 5 times, good, x squared minus 1. And notice I put that x squared minus 1 in parentheses. Why did I do that? We're multiplying and we're going to want to do what after? Distribute. Excellent. Okay, equals, keep walking me through it. Good, 15 times the quantity 2x minus 2. Excellent. Okay, so we all know how to cross multiply. Good news. Now what? Great, we're going to distribute. So who wants to do it for me? Yes, you want to make sure that you don't hit enter while you're in the math box, otherwise it's going to answer it for you, if you have a CAS. Okay, so somebody do it for me. Please and thank you. 5x squared minus 5, good, equals 30x minus 30. Excellent. Okay, we okay so far? Yeah, you got to have that Control M, that math box first. Okay. Okay, so now what, guys? What kind of function is this? What kind of equation? Is it linear? Is it a circle? Is it? It's a parabola. What's the word for that? Quadratic. Very good. It's a quadratic. How do we generally solve quadratic equations? We usually like to get it set equal to 0, right? So that we can do what with it? How? How do we solve quadratics? Factor them. Good. Okay, so we want to get everything on one side, set it equal to 0 so that we can factor it, right? So what are we going to move? The 30x and the 30. Why do I want to move those and not the other stuff? Yeah, we like the x squared because right now it's positive. Would I want to make it negative? No, because that just makes it uglier, right? So we want to keep it pretty. So we're going to move the other stuff over. So 5x squared minus 5. Yes, please. Minus 30x plus 30 equals 0. Make sure that you have the equals 0. If you forget that equals 0, what you've done is you've taken it from an equation to an expression, and now you can't solve it. Okay, so make sure that you have that equals 0 each time.
Why is it
Because right now it's positive 30x, so to bring it to the other side, I have to subtract it. Okay. Very good, combine like terms. 5x squared, and we want it in what kind of order? Descending, excellent. Minus 30x plus 25. And I'm going to have a, what do I need? Equals 0, don't forget it. Okay? Now what? Awesome. GCF, 5. X squared minus 6x plus 5 equals 0. Everybody good so far? Joe is apparently struggling with his calculator. Okay. All right, now what, guys? Factor, yeah. Okay. So 5, and how does this factor? Good. X minus 5 and 1. Yeah, x minus 5, x minus 1. They have to multiply to be a positive 5, add to be a negative 6, 5 and 1. Very good. Don't forget your equals 0. Very important. Okie dokie. Very good. Set them all equal to 0. Can anybody tell me what the name of that rule is? 0 product rule. Okay. All of the factors? How many factors are there? There's 3 factors. The 5 is a factor. You have to include it. Okay, so 5 equals 0. X minus 5 equals 0. X minus 1 equals 0. Okay, does 5 ever equal 0? No. All right, so what do we get for x? Yeah, awesome. 5 and 1. Okay. What do you think I'm done? No, why don't you think I'm done? I have to check them. Yeah, that's really important that I go back and check, okay? Because a lot of times they won't work and you have to reject them, okay? So I'm just going to real quick go up and borrow this, Control C. Yeah, it's just faster, all right? So we're saying we're going to check 5 and 1. How do you do it? Okay, so if your cursor's here, you're going to hold down Shift and press the back key until it's all highlighted. So hold down Shift and press back until it's all highlighted. Control C. And then go to the next page. Yeah, and I put a calculator page right down there for you. Okay. So who remembers how to store? Good. X, Control, fancy key, math template, right? And we had 1. Okay. Control V to pop in what we had copied. Anybody need help? Swipe and click. And hit enter. What happens? Yeah, undefined equals undefined. We have a problem, don't we? We can't have it because what does undefined mean? We're talking about fractions. What's undefined? Yeah, you get a vertical asymptote, absolutely, but what does it mean? there's a 0 where in the denominator, okay? So that means at the value of 1, my functions don't exist. So can 1 be an answer? No, so I have to reject it, right? So I'm rejecting 1 because it makes my functions undefined. So now I got to store 5 and check that one as well. So my only answer is 5. So I can go back here. And how do I like my answers written? Who remembers? Yeah, I like the curly brackets. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna solve and check the next equation, the next 2 equations. So here's my next one, okay? The top of the calculator is a notes page, so if you do type it in your calculator, it's going on the top. The bottom is a calculator page that you can do what with? Check your answers. Okay, so we're gonna pause the video here. If you're at home, pause it, try the problem, and then come back when you're ready for the answer. Okie dokie, let's chit chat. We're gonna chit chat right now. You ready? So did we get the cross multiplying part right? All right, so negative 4x, I'm going to distribute as we go, minus 8. Okay with that? Control Z to undo. 3 times 5 is 15, and now we're going to distribute 15. So 15x plus 30. Okay, how do we do with that? We get that part right? Okay, so is this a quadratic? So do we have to get everything to one side and get it set equal to 0? We want to get the x alone, that's the goal, right? So I'm going to add the 4 over. Why am I adding it over? Because it's negative, right? So we get negative 8 equals, whoops, that's not the right key, equals 19x plus 30. Okay, so now what am I going to move? Good, subtract 30. So negative 8 minus 30 is negative 38 equals 19x. Okay. Divide, so we get negative 2 equals x. Perfect. Are we okay with that? Where did you go wrong if you went wrong?
I checked it and I got there.
Yes, okay, so let's store negative 2. Okay. I'm going to go up and borrow because I'm lazy, and control V. Okay. And we get undefined equals undefined. So is it a solution? So do I have any solutions? No, no solutions. Okay, so my solution is the empty set. No solutions. Okay, and that's a possibility too. There can be no solutions to an equation, absolutely. Okay, it means if I were to graph either side of the equal sign, they would have no intersection point. They would never intersect. Okay? Are we ready? All right, so I want you to try the next one. I'm going to pause it, go ahead and give it a shot, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we'll pick up tomorrow's lesson with going over this problem. So you can pick up the video for next lesson to finish this lesson. Okay, so tomorrow Monday, we will finish the lesson. And then you'll be able to complete all of the homework. Okay, thanks guys.